So the question on a lot of marketers' minds these days is, do I actually need video? Or is it just something cool and I've got shiny object syndrome and I want to do everything? So we've actually helped you by creating a quiz that determines how much from 0 to 100 your company actually needs video. So how did we do it? So we created almost a BuzzFeed style quiz that consists of 10 questions, and you could answer them all on your lunch break. It just takes 15 minutes. So let's look at some of the factors that we considered. So first of all, think about your audience engagement and conversion rate. Is it currently not that good? Is it currently not transforming viewers into customers? If so, I would score that high, closer to 10. So next, think about whether your product or service actually works best on camera. Is it something visual? If so, definitely score it closer to a 10. A picture paints 1,000 words and a video could be worth 1 million in sales. How about your competitors? Are they often using video? This might indicate that you're in an industry where customers appreciate video and you could get some use out of it. Again, if that's the case, score it closer to 10. What about global reach? Do you fancy your brand as being recognized from Albuquerque to Zimbabwe? If so, then score it a 10. A story well told can echo through the ages. It can grab a lot of attention, and that's great when you're actually marketing a broad product. So if your company has a story worth telling, I would put this closer to a 10. Innovation, the lifeblood of progress. A higher score here means you're not afraid to tread new paths and break away from the herd. Technological industries often score higher here, again, closer to a 10. How about those times that you've had to explain what you actually do? Does your company have a complex product? If so, again, closer to a 10 here. Video is going to be important for explaining what you do. Finally, your content or product lifecycle. So how quickly does your content age? If it's high and you're constantly switching out products, having new cycles, it might be the fashion industry, again, higher score here. Privacy concerns. This is a barrier that actually stops a lot of companies. If it's client confidentiality, patents, stuff that you can't really show, government work. If you're in Area 51 and you've a startup in that incubator, you probably won't be able to put it out in video. So again, if that's the case, closer to a 0. And finally, is your company raring to scale up, or is it just happy where it is? If it's the former, bump that score up to 10. Okay, so now add up those scores. If you're closer to 100, that means your business is likely going to need video content. So give it a go. You can try the quiz, and remember, we are always here to guide you every step of the way if you have any questions at all. Let's look at some company and industry examples. So in the high scoring range from 81 to 100, companies who should definitely try video. E-commerce companies. Online retailers often rely heavily on video to showcase their products in a dynamic way, engage their customers, and compete with other retailers. Tech startups. Many tech startups have innovative products or services that may need to be expressed visually. They also often prioritize reaching a global audience and scaling up quickly. Hospitality and travel companies. These companies have visually appealing products and services that can greatly benefit from video. They also have a high need for brand storytelling because experience is such a vital component of selling in hospitality. There's also a massive need for storytelling so that the customer can understand the experience before they've even bought the product or service. And finally, for educational platforms, so that's online learning platforms that need to communicate complex ideas in an engaging and visual way, video can be really helpful for something like that, and it's definitely worth trying. So then there's the mid-range scoring companies. It's worth trying for these types of companies. Professional services, law firms, accounting firms, consulting firms that might need video for explaining their services. They often benefit from expanding their brand to showing their expertise to their audience. However, they also may have higher privacy concerns and less of a need for a global reach because of their local audience. Healthcare providers. Healthcare providers need video for patient education, staff training, but privacy concerns there can also significantly limit the use of video. Manufacturing companies. These companies might need video for internal communications, training, and explaining their manufacturing process, but they might score lower on aspects like global reach and visual representation. Low scoring. These are companies that video is not a high priority for. Local small businesses. A local bakery, bookstore, auto repair shop might have less of a need for video content. They may find success just through word of mouth and traditional marketing. B2B companies with a narrow market. A company that makes industrial machine parts for a small set of clients, they may not need video to the same extent as consumer-facing companies. Finally, companies in highly regulated industries. Businesses in areas like financial services or pharmaceuticals may be limited by regulations and privacy concerns that make video less attractive. Of course, video can work for all of these industries. It's just about how much exactly they need it. Do you agree or disagree? Are you from a segment that is supposed to have more of a need for video and has seen no results? Or are you from a segment that has a low need for video but has had fantastic results with it? Please do let me know in the comment section below. Also in the first comment, you will see a link to our newsletter. If you want to subscribe for weekly content tips summarized and sent directly to your inbox, go straight there. Believe me, you won't have to scroll through these 10-minute videos for the best tips. Thank you.